Welcome back to another episode of Misha's Diary. It's good to be back. It's so good to be back. I haven't recorded a long video in such a long time because trying to do that when you have three young kids is not as easy as I thought it would be. It's honestly not as easy as I thought. So I've been recording short form content instead on TikTok and Instagram because it's a lot more manageable for me. It's a lot easier to do and stick to. So, but I cannot neglect YouTube. I cannot because I started doing long form content. That's actually what I wanted to do at first. So I cannot neglect this, unfortunately. So yeah, today we're talking about weight loss, specifically my weight loss. After I gave birth to my daughter, which is my third pregnancy, I gained a lot of weight. So I went on a journey to lose that weight, to get into shape because I wanted to feel good in my body again. I wanted to feel confident in my body again. So I went on this journey to lose weight. And ever since I've gotten to my goal, I've had a lot of women asking me, a lot of women around me specifically, asking me what I did to lose weight and how long it took and all those questions. So that's why I'm making this video today, to answer all those questions, because trying to answer everyone all at once, like individually, because everyone is asking me individually, trying to answer them like differently is very hard. So I'm just gonna make a video and compile everything here, and yeah, that's what we're doing today. So like I said, after my third pregnancy, I gained a lot of weight. I gained about almost 10 kgs because I weighed 61, 62 before I fell pregnant, and then after I weighed 69, 70. I actually got to 72. I was 71 point something. And I remember just looking in the mirror and feeling like I don't recognize myself anymore, feeling like I don't feel good in my own body anymore. So I decided that I'm gonna work out, I'm gonna lose weight because I've always worked out. After I moved in with my husband, we were working out a lot, and we stopped along the way because obviously life has its own demands. We had children, so I stopped working out. And then after I had my daughter, I completely stopped. Like, I completely stopped. And I told myself that, my body always bounces back. It's just going to bounce back. So I didn't really work out throughout my pregnancy. And even after I gave birth, I didn't really exercise until I realized that, okay, I need to start moving my body again because it's heading in a completely different direction, and I need to change. I need to change that. I need to do something about it. So I started my journey. Um, Before I talk about exactly what I did to lose weight, I want to clarify a few things. Well, two things I want to clarify before we continue, because there's a lot of misconceptions about weight loss that I've realized, that I've seen on the internet, number one, but mostly when I'm talking to like women, young women, sisters or whatever, whoever I'm talking to who's inquiring, like asking me about weight loss. And there's a lot of things that are mentioned that I'm realizing a lot of women are believing, which are not true. And the biggest one is that you can choose where you gain weight. And yeah, you basically can choose where you lose and gain weight, because everyone wants the hourglass figure, right? The small waist, the hips, the big buttocks. Everyone wants that physique. But unfortunately, that's decided mostly by genetics. It's basically genetics that decides where you store fat. And that's something I hear a lot in conversations. I want to have a small waist, but I want my lower body to still remain thick and all that. And unfortunately, that's not how it works. When your body distributes fat out, it decides where it's going to take it, and it distributes it evenly like across your body. So if you gain weight, you're gonna gain it in your face, in your arms, in your belly, and then yes, you're gonna gain it in your hips and your buttocks, right? It's the same thing when you lose weight. When you lose weight, your body decides where it burns the fat. Yes, it's gonna it's gonna take from your face, your arms, and your abdomen, which is what we want, but it's also going to take from your hips and your buttocks. So those are going to shrink as well. And it's not true that you can, because when I also wanted to lose weight, I started doing a lot of ab workouts, thinking that it's just going to shrink all the fat in my midsection, like my waist and my stomach. I'm going to lose weight there, and then I'm going to keep my hips and everything that everything else that I wanted. But that's not how it worked, because I realized I was doing those exercises, those ab workouts, but it wasn't changing. Like nothing was changing. So that's one thing I do want to mention, is that you do not choose where. And genetics are different for everyone. Other women, yes, they still have a smaller waist, and then their body distributes weight into their lower body. And some hold more weight on their stomachs, and then there's nothing happening at the bottom. So that's completely up to your genetics, and you need to know what your body type is and how it works, because it's not going to be the same for everyone, and we're not all going to achieve the same body type. So that's one thing, the first thing I wanted to talk about. The second thing is how calories work, because that's another thing I hear women saying, I'm working out so much, but I'm not losing weight. I can't see the difference. And it's because there's not a lot of knowledge. Well, there is on the internet, but not everyone has access to it, or they're not finding it, I guess, about how calories work, right? So there's three main calorie states. There's a calorie deficit, which means you are eating less than what your body is burning. So in a deficit, how can I explain this? So if you use 5 units of energy every single day for whatever you're doing, going to work, walking, exercising, whatever, you use 5 units, but you only eat 3 units of food, your body is going to take that 2 units from your body, from the fat that's in your body, to get energy, the energy that it needs to operate. So that's a calorie deficit. You're eating less than what you are burning. And then there's maintenance. Maintenance is you're eating exactly what you need. Your body burns 5 units to function, you eat 5 units. So there's nothing left over. Like your body's not storing anything that's left over, that's extra, and it's not taking anything from your body. So that's how your body remains the same. You don't lose weight, you don't gain weight, you just stay exactly the same. Sorry. And then there's surplus, a calorie surplus, where you're eating more than what you're burning. So like I said, you're using 5 units, but you are eating 7. So your body has to take the extra 2 units and stores it in your body as fat. And that's how you gain weight. So that's how it works. So when I'm hearing women talking about, I'm working out, but I'm not losing the weight, I don't see the difference, I instantly know if you do not have other health issues, I instantly know it means that you're still eating more than what you're burning. So yes, you're going to the gym, you're exercising, but if you're still eating more, consuming more than what you're burning, your body is going to store that extra. Or if you're eating at maintenance, which is the other thing, is if you're eating exactly how much your body needs, then you're not going to lose weight, and you're not going to gain weight, depending on what your goal is. So that's what I wanted to explain first before I get into exactly what I did. The first thing I did was cardio. You need to do some form of cardio. Anything that is high intensity that's going to burn a lot of energy and burn a lot of fat in your body. That can be running, jogging, skipping rope, whatever you can do, whatever you like and whatever you'll be able to sustain. For me, it was skipping rope. I chose skipping rope because I could do it from the comfort of my home. I didn't have to leave my house. I could do it here because I also have young kids and I had a very small baby, so I couldn't go out and jog or run unless my husband was at home. Yo, my throat is doing the most today. So yeah, I chose to skip rope, and also skipping rope is working smarter instead of harder. Skipping rope for 15 minutes is equivalent to running or jogging for 30 minutes. So it is working smarter. If you skip rope for 15 minutes every single day, you will increase your energy expenditure like a lot. So that's what I did. It was my primary workout, if I'm being entirely honest. I didn't do anything crazy because I realized that you need to find something that's simple, something you'll be able to be consistent with, especially if you don't have all the time, all these hours to work out if you're a busy mom or a busy person, right? So I did that 15 minutes every single day. I was without fail. I skipped rope for 15 minutes every single day. And then I did ab workouts. So there's a video I did. It's like 10 minutes long. Yeah, it's a 10-minute ab workout that I also did every single day without fail. So put together, my exercise was 25 minutes every single day. I didn't complicate it, because when you complicate it, that's how you fail to be consistent. It has to be simple and easy to follow, something you enjoy, something you know you'll be able to do long term in order to see your results, because that's the only way you're going to see results, is if you are consistent with what you are doing. So that's what I did. I skipped rope for 15 minutes every single day. And then I did my ab workouts. I still do that ab workouts today, till this day, the same video. Because when you do too many things, it becomes overwhelming and you become discouraged to continue working out because you're overwhelmed. So when I knew that I just have to do this 25 minutes every single day, I know what I'm going to do. I just do it and then I'm done with it and I go about my day. So those are the only exercises that I did. Focus on the primary thing that you want to accomplish the most. Obviously, we want to work out and build every part of our body, our arms, our back, our glutes, our legs, everything. But focus on the one or two that are the primary things that you want to do, the primary goals that you want to achieve. And for me, it was losing weight and cinching my waist, making my core tighter and having my abs, visible. So that's all I did. I did the cardio to lose weight, and then I did my ab workouts. And now that I'm at the place where I want to be, where I've lost the weight, the belly fat that I didn't like, everything that I didn't like, now I can start doing other things, the legs, the back, the arms, all the things, all the other things I wanted to do, because now I've reached my first primary goal. So that's pretty much all the exercises that I did. So find what works best for you. Keep it simple. There's a saying that says it's not easy, but it should be simple. It should be basic. So yeah, those are the exercises that I did. When it comes to food, the food that I cut out, it doesn't really matter what you cut out, as long as, again, you are eating less. If your goal is to lose weight, as long as you are eating less than the energy that you are burning every single day. So for me, I cut out carbs. So bread, rice, pasta, macaroni, whatever, I cut all of those things out. So in the morning, I wasn't eating. I didn't eat in the morning. And then for lunch, whatever I was eating, I just took out the carbs. So if I was planning to, let's say, eat bread, bread and eggs, I wouldn't eat the bread. I would just eat the eggs and have whatever meat that's there and maybe a little salad on the side. And then supper was the same thing. If we were having macaroni, rice, pap, whatever it was, I didn't eat it. I ate only the vegetables and the meat that were in that meal. And then I added a salad on the side. I did this for months. For months, I didn't eat rice. I didn't eat macaroni. I didn't eat bread. I cut out all those things. Another thing I cut out was sugar. You need to, I cannot say this enough. You need to stop consuming too much sugar. Like, we already have sugar in everything that we are eating. If you look at everything that you eat in your house, it already has sugar. Fruit already has sugar. Oats already has sugar. Bread has sugar. Milk has sugar. All those things have sugar. So it's not necessary for us to add more. Because if you eat too much sugar, more than what your body can process, it takes what it needs and burns it for energy. And if there's extra, then it takes that extra and turns it into fat and stores it in your body. So the fact that we already have sugar in basic food means we don't have to add sugar to anything. So I cut out sugar because that's something a craving that I had when I was pregnant. I wanted lots of sugar. I ate a lot of sugar, and I continued even after I gave birth. I ate a lot of sugar. So when I cut that out, I saw a huge difference. Before I even saw a physical difference, I felt like an outward physical difference. I felt it like inside. I didn't have the spikes and the crash like every day. In the morning you eat whatever you're eating that has sugar and you have the energy, and somewhere around 12 you just crash. I stopped having that. I felt like my mind was clearer. I felt like I just had more energy and cleaner energy. And then the weight also came off because of that. I cannot stress enough how much we need to stop eating too much sugar. So I stopped adding sugar into my coffee, into my tea. I stopped adding it into my food when I was still eating in the morning, because I didn't stop eating in the morning immediately. But when I had oats, I didn't put sugar. I put salt and milk. Porridge, I put salt and milk. That was it. Even bread, I used to love peanut butter and jam so much. I had to stop eating those because they have so much sugar. I stopped eating those. And as time goes on, you get used to it. Like the oats and the milk, or the porridge and the milk. After a week or so, it started tasting sweet to me. Like I could taste the sweetness in the milk. So, sorry. So yeah, sugar. Cut out sugar as much as you can. And it's gonna be hard, yes, the first week or two, but your palate really adjusts. You really get used to it, and you actually start tasting that things are actually too sweet if you come to realize it. So yeah, that's basically all the food that I cut out. Like I said, I cut out carbs, and they're the easiest thing to cut out if you want to eat less, because cutting out meat is hard. Vegetables, you need to be eating vegetables. So carbs are just the easiest things to cut out and make sure you are eating less than the energy that your body needs, so that you're in a deficit. So your body is forced to take fat that's in your body for energy. So I cut out carbs, I cut out sugar. Another thing that I did was fasting. It's so important. We really need to talk about this more in our society. Fasting is the best thing for weight loss, for your health, just in general. It's the best thing. I started doing research about fasting because I wanted to lose weight, obviously. And as I was doing research about how to fast in order to lose weight, I started discovering the other benefits of fasting outside of just losing weight. And ever since I found those things out, I'm never going back. Like, I'm literally never going back. So I do intermittent fasting, which is you eat for 8 hours, and for the remaining 16 hours of the 24 hours that you have, you're not eating. So 16 hours not eating, not consuming any calories, and then 8 hours you're eating whatever you want to eat. But like I told you, I wasn't eating carbs, I was cutting out sugar and all those things. So in that 16 hours, I wasn't eating. I was drinking water. I was drinking coffee with no milk, no sugar, tea with no milk, and then I would drink green tea as well. So outside of, because obviously, like I said, if you eat less than what your body needs for energy, it'll be forced to burn fat for energy. So fasting helps to reduce how much you're eating, the amount of calories that you're eating. So that was the biggest reason why I started fasting. But for health reasons, outside of losing weight, fasting, if you fast for a certain period of time, your body kicks into a state called autophagy. Autophagy is the process of your body cleaning itself out, basically. Your body is cleaning out any diseased cells, any dead cells, any precancerous cells as well, any cells that could potentially turn into cancer. When you're in that state of autophagy, your body finds them and it takes them out of your body. It's basically cleaning out your body. And the only thing that stops autophagy is digestion, which means constantly eating doesn't give your body the chance it needs to clean itself out. That's why our society is so sick. That's why we live in a society filled with so many diseases and sicknesses, is because we're not giving our bodies the chance to repair itself, to clean itself out, because we're constantly eating. Morning, midday, nighttime, we are constantly consuming food. So like I said, the only thing that stops that cleanup process is digestion. So if you're fasting long enough, your body has the time to clean itself out. And the longer that you fast, the longer that you're not eating, is the deeper that cleaning can happen, right? So fasting is the biggest thing I can recommend to you to reduce the amount of calories you're eating, but also for overall health. It's so important. It's so important. So fasting, yes. And then what else? Lymphatic drainage. Lymphatic drainage doesn't really help you lose weight, but I found that it helped me feel better and feel lighter. So your lymphatic system is like a system all over your body, just like your circulatory system, like how your blood moves through your body. There's a similar system in your body that goes all around your body. But the lymphatic drainage system doesn't have a pump. You know, your blood that goes all over your body has your heart, right? You have your heart to pump blood all over your body. But the lymphatic system doesn't have a pump. So you manually have to move the fluid. So your lymphatic system it's like a system that it cleans up your body as well. Like it's made up of fluid, and when you're sick or have diseases in your body, then your lymphatic system takes that sickness or infection and it cleans it out. It destroys it and kills it, and then it flushes it out of your body. So if sometimes that fluid can get stuck in your arms, in your face, in your midsection as well, so you manually have to do lymphatic drainage, to get those fluids moving and taken out of your body. When I started doing that, I lost a lot of weight in my face. When I started doing that, my face was very round. I already have a round face, but it became so much rounder. And when I started doing that lymphatic drainage and taking that fluid out of my face became smaller. Same thing with my arms. I would do that almost every single day, and my arms became a lot smaller because I was moving that liquid out of my arms. It's called water retention, because that's another thing. If you're not drinking enough water and you have a lot of salt in your body holds onto water to try and keep you hydrated. So that water can accumulate in your face, in your stomach, in your arms. So you have to manually do that to get it moving again. So lymphatic drainage is very important. It's not going to make you lose weight, but it's going to make you look less puffy and less round. It's going to make you look snatched because you're getting rid of that excess fluid in your body. So yeah, I feel like I'm forgetting something. Sleep. That's another thing. Sleep. I'm a night person. I get a lot more energy at night than I do during the day. But when I was doing my research as well, not sleeping enough registers in your brain as there's a crisis going on. It believes that you are not safe, you might be in danger. So it gets into survival mode. If you're not resting and you're not sleeping, your body believes that you are not safe, you are in danger, and it puts you in survival mode. And especially for women, when your body goes into survival mode, it holds on to fat to try and preserve energy, so that if you're not eating, then it has energy to get from fat in your body. So you need to sleep. Sleeping calms your body down. It gives your body time to restore itself and burn fat and release it as you're sleeping. So you really need to sleep. Sleep is very important for your energy, also for hunger, because if you're not sleeping enough, your body sends out a hormone, a hunger hormone in your body to make you eat, because like I said, it believes you're in survival mode. It believes that you can't rest because you're not safe, and it gives you that those cravings, and then you will want to eat more. So get enough sleep. Yeah, I think that's everything. Also, drink water. I think we all know that. Drink lots of water, stay hydrated, and yeah, that's pretty much everything. Make sure you keep it so simple. I know I might have said a lot of things, but make it so simple. You don't need to try and do all these things, a million things, and complicate your life, because it's going to make you achieving your goals a lot harder than it needs to be. Find the cardio that you need to do, skipping, running, jogging, and then lift weights, some kind of weights, or do like some kind of strength training. If you want to slim down your arms, lift those weights. If you want to tone your abs and make your waist smaller and tighter, do those ab exercises. Find whatever you need to do that it was simple and easy for you to keep doing, and stay consistent. Do not be discouraged, because it's going to take time. It took me 4 to 6 months to start seeing results, and I kept exercising because I was so focused on what I wanted to achieve that I just couldn't afford to stop. You will not see results in a week, probably not in a month, even 2 months, depending on where you're starting from. You're not going to see results instantly, but you have to keep going. You have to keep going, and don't give in to every temptation to consume food. You know what? I said it. Do not give in, because I'm also a person who loves food, and I had to be very disciplined. So I forgot to mention with my fasting, I fast from 8 p.m. I stop eating anything, and then I only eat at 12 p.m. the next day, 12 midday. So after 8 o'clock, I used to love having late night snacks. I stopped all of that. I would just drink my water, drink tea, and go to bed. You need to be disciplined. You need to stop over consuming food, especially if you're a person, if you know you love food. In the morning, you're going to wake up feeling hungry. Drink water, drink tea with no milk so that you can stay in your fasted state. Drink water, drink tea with no milk, with no sugar. And yeah, just you really just need to remain strong. When you eat your lunch, you can eat whatever you want to eat. And then at night, have your meal. And after 8 o'clock, do not eat anything. You have to be disciplined when it comes to that. Yeah, like I said, stick to something that's very simple, and as time goes on, you will see results. Because the first couple of months, I didn't see the scale changing, and it was very discouraging for me, because I'm trying to eat better, I'm fasting, I'm exercising, all these things, I'm cutting out all these things, but the scale is not moving. And the scale would deceive you, if I'm being entirely honest. It's going to deceive you, because I got to a point where I could feel physically that I'm losing weight. Like my clothes were fitting different, and I just felt lighter, but still the scale wasn't moving for some reason. So you cannot rely on it too much. Stay consistent. If you keep doing whatever you are doing for a minimum of 3 to 6 months, there's no way that your body is not going to change. It's impossible. If you're doing the right things consistently, your body will change. So that's something you need to keep reminding yourself of, that today, tomorrow, next week, I'm not going to see the results that I would like to see, but something is happening, and I just have to keep doing this long enough for it to change. So yeah, I hope that was clear. I hope I explained myself well, and I hope this video is going to help you. If you're trying to lose weight and trying to reach your dream physique, because I know what it's like to be in a body that you don't necessarily like, and you will do anything to reach your goals. So stay on track. Write down your goals, write down what you need to do, what you know is going to get you to your results, and stay consistent with it. Constantly, do not give up, and you will see results without a shadow of a doubt. I can tell you that. I'm here as a living testimony, so trust me. I'll see you guys on the next episode. Hopefully I can record soon and as frequently as I want to record, because I actually do enjoy recording long videos more than I do recording short videos. As much as they're easier, I do enjoy this more. But hopefully I can do it a lot more. And yeah, stay tuned, guys. Bye.